Good morning, guys. Welcome to Monday's FRT Gold live video. Hope you're all doing well and had a really good weekend. It was action-packed, full of top-quality sport, wasn't it? Some excellent horse racing going on, and away from the racing, we had a busy weekend of Premier League football, and of course the Ryder Cup taking centre stage for many, with Europe managing to win the cup for I think it was the third time in a row. So yeah, really good weekend of sport. It was a good week tipping wise for us, although it didn't end on a high, with yesterday not really a very good day. Both the premium tip and the next best bet beaten, but as I said, yeah, it was a really good day. A really good week. 5 of the 7 days delivered some profit. On Wednesday we hit a premium tip and next best bet double that paid around 13.5 to 1, so that was decent. We're looking for more of the same today, looking to start the week as we mean to go on, and that's absolutely bashing the bookies. I think only two days of September left as well, so hopefully we can really end September on a high. It's been a decent enough month, but a couple of premium tip and next best bet doubles to end the month, that would be superb. As it's sort of the nights are drawing in now, evening racing no longer possible unless it's under floodlights, really. You'll notice that days like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they are going to be a lot quieter, and there are just the 4 meetings taking place today. They come from Hamilton, Bath and Newton Abbot, with Newton Abbot, of course, over the jumps, and then also Roscommon over in Ireland. So it's not the worst of days, actually a bit of a better one than yesterday, and we've got 4 tips for you today. But a reminder that this is a Q&A session. If you did want to join in, that's plenty of ways for you to do so. You can either just directly join in this Q&A if you are watching live, but if you're not, maybe perhaps you're watching this on your lunch break or something like that, then you can always just send an email, joe@freeracingtips.co.uk. You can get in touch via Twitter. It's at freeracingtips7, and then it's facebook.com/groups/FRT Gold if you wanted to get in touch that way too. So yeah, hopefully a decent day for us today. It's probably going to be a bit of a quiet video, not too much going on, although this weekend, of course, if we do look ahead to the weekend, it is the Arc will take centre stage. I'm really looking forward to the Arc taking place from Longchamp on Sunday. It's a wide open betting here, not one I'm going to get too into early in the week. We'll start looking at that probably from Wednesday onwards, but yeah, that's no doubt the big race taking place this week. Also, there's not too much taking place this weekend. There's just a couple of Group 3s from Ascot, probably the highlights. But yeah, the majority of attention is going to be heading over to Longchamp on Sunday. But yeah, that's just about it for in terms of what's taking place this weekend. Today, as I said, 4 meetings, and we'll get started by looking at the premium tip for today. And today's premium tip, it goes in the 240 at Hamilton, so it's up in Scotland. And our tip here is White Vin Jan, and it's currently a 7 to 4 shot. Been holding, that was 15 to 8 this morning. That's 7 to 4, sort of holding its shape in the market, really, to be honest, in that race, the 240 at Hamilton. Now, this horse has already actually won on 3 occasions, and I think it looks to be a great chance this race for Michael Bell's charge to get a fourth success under his belt. I think he actually looks to be fairly well handicapped. A really progressive horse that might just be one step ahead of the handicapper at the minute, and the nursery company, I think, makes him plenty of appeal. Also, you've got the £5 claim of Cam Hardy, and he's the kind of jockey that you really have to follow when he does have his claim. I think he's got the quality in many ways of a professional jockey. You don't see him give too many bad rides, and it's almost this season's Oisin Murphy as last season was, if that makes sense. And you do just have to look at that £5 claim that he's got. So actually, the horse is able to run today off a tiny weight of 8 stone 1, I believe it is. Yeah, 8 stone 1, and so it's got plenty in hand with a lot of these, and I think is the most progressive horse in the race as well. You've got Gabriel the Tiger, who has had one run and 1 win, so that's quite impressive. But I think sometimes second time out horses are always wants to be fairly cautious of, and we learned that yesterday with the premium tip as well. But yeah, I think this horse now has plenty of experience, White Vin Jan, and also has plenty of quality as well, and I think should take all the beating in this one, in that 240 at Hamilton. Right, we'll move on to the next best bet for today now, and that goes in the 220 at Bath. for the next best bet. And our tip here is Kafaya. Now this horse was at 5-2. Now generally a 9-4 shot, even 2-1 in places. So a bit of support coming for Kafaya in this one, which is another nursery. And I think that yeah, Kafaya has a great chance. Actually steps up in distance from 7 furlongs up to 1 mile and 2 furlongs. But all of these horses are actually stepping up to this middle distance trip for the first time. And when you look at breeding, I think the horse is related to a Northumberland Plate winner, as well as Forced Family Fun, who won over a longer distance on the flat. So I think breeding suggests that there's plenty of stamina in this horse, and I think he'll be able to. Yeah, there's plenty of stamina shown. And I think he'll be able to show that stamina today, and the 1 mile 2 furlong trip shouldn't be a problem, I don't think. I think the horse has clearly got class. I think we'll love the quick ground today, which it is at Bath. There's no watering system at Bath, so if they have dry weather, you get really quick ground, and the going at the moment there is firm. And I think for a Mark Johnson horse, they often love quick ground, and I think just looks to be a good bet for this race. I think it looks to be the quality in the race, and as I said, should really enjoy this 1 mile 2 furlong step up and the rattling quick ground. Mark Johnson, the trainer for this one, and you've also got Dana O'Neill, the man on board. It's the top weight here, but I think it's top weight for a reason. I think that's because the horse is very much the best in the race and should take some beating. The little earner for today, now that goes in the 5 o'clock at Newton Abbot, so that's heading over hurdles. And our tip for this one is Western Movie, and that's currently a 7-1 shot at the moment. Now, this actually isn't the best of races by any stretch of the imagination, and it's actually a pretty poor handicap, and I think some recent form is always vital in races like this, and this horse managed to finish second at Uttoxeter the last time out. Granted, it was 7 lengths behind the winner, but it was a return to form, no doubt about that, and looks to be a decent bit of form as well. If in that mood again for this race, I think that the horse has every chance of being involved once again today. Just stepped up 1 furlong from 2 miles to 2 mile 1. I don't think that's going to make too much of a difference. If I were to say, was it going to be a positive or a negative, I'd lean on the positive side for this one, actually. As I say, a nice return to form last time out, and I think a little bit of improvement could even be expected here. And I think if that's all rolls into play, I think the horse has a great chance of being involved here, and I'd be surprised if it was out of the places. Also has a great chance of winning, I think. So that's the little earner for today. And then there's just one point win only single today. That goes in the 3:30 at Newton Abbot, and it's Song Light, and that's currently a 9-2 shot. And when first tipped, this horse was at 13-2. So that's probably the big market mover of the day in terms of our tips. That's the one that's really being supported. And that 9-2 doesn't look like being around for too much longer. Some bookies are going 4-1. And it looks as though this horse is going to be challenging for favouritism soon, as both the top two, the two main protagonists in the market, they're both actually drifting out and are both at 7-2 and 4-1 respectively. So they seem to be drifting out, while Songlight and Frozen Over, those two both seem to be coming in. So really a wide open and competitive market, but certainly speaking positives for our selection, Songlight there. So that would be a great 1 point win only single if that could come in. Right, there are all of the 4 tips for today. If you've got any questions about any of them, please do feel free to get in touch. But yeah, fairly quiet Monday, but it was a really good weekend, wasn't it? The highlight for me, the Group 1 win for Tiggy Wiggy. Couldn't believe that the horse went off at 6-4. I was a little bit disappointed, or that 6-4 was available at times. I was a little bit disappointed because that was looking at premium tip kind of money. It was about 11-10 and pushing even money when I looked in the morning, and that was too short. But if the horse was at 6-4, we would have gone with a premium tip. As it was, though, we had a 2-1 winning premium tip anyway, so that makes it a little bit better. So yeah, it was a really good weekend of racing. The Cambridgeshire lived up to its expectation as well. That was a really good race, but yeah, not too much taking place in the way of real quality this week. We're not treated to the Cambridgeshire meeting like we were Thursday, Friday, Saturday at Newmarket, but I think it should be a decent week nonetheless. And of course, the excitement is going to build for the Arc as the week goes on. But in terms of our video today, that's just about it. Thank you for watching. It's been a decent video. I would say thank you for the questions, but someone's just been banging on about potatoes on a question, so maybe the Q&A isn't quite worth it. But thanks for watching today anyway, for those of you that have watched and found it interesting anyway. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you all a little bit later on. Thanks and bye-bye.